Well, we're back at the BC Sports Hall of Fame, and it's been around about 30 years, and I'm excited to have Beck on the show, and such a supporter of the shows. And Jason Beck is the curator of the BC Sports Hall of Fame, and he's here to tell us what's new at the hall. And welcome, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Christine. It's great to be back. We're back. We're open. It's our comeback summer, so we're welcoming everybody back into the building. See what's new at the Hall of Fame this summer. We've been excited for this, been waiting for this a long time, so we've been working in the background on a lot of projects that we're excited to share with everybody.
Yes. So coming up is the inductees.
Yeah, so in July, we will be honoring the 2020 class of inductees, whose induction was postponed last year, but we're honoring them now. Class that includes Kirk McLean, Alex Steeda, the cyclist, Brent Johnson from the BC Lions, who else? Sonia Gaudette, who's a world championship curler, Jeff Francis, a major league pitcher. But we're excited to be honoring them. We'll have displays in the Hall of Champions here on the 2020 class. They'll be honored in a broadcast event that'll air on Global. And then later will be available on the Hall of Fame's website. And yeah, we're looking forward to a virtual induction honoring this amazing class and then kind of kicking off the summer from there.
Yes, and here we are in the Hall of Champions. How great is that?
Yeah.
So how does it work for, nominating an inductee?
It's a bit of a process, and it's an annual ongoing process. So we take nominations from the public. Any person can nominate any other person or team. So it's a completely open process. We accept those nominations to June 30th of every year. So our nomination deadline is coming up. And then once the nominations are in, we have a selection committee that'll meet usually in September, and they'll review all nominations across the various categories: athlete, builder, team, pioneer, media, and our WAC Bennett Award. Usually we get on average, about 125 nominations. So there's a lot to go through. That committee will review everything on their own and then come together in one meeting and vote. And then from that meeting, which is usually one of the more exciting days of the year, because there's a lot of discussion that goes into it, and sometimes it gets heated and animated, and people are very passionate about who they feel should be inducted into the BC Sports Hall of Fame. And then we have a decision that's made by the end of the meeting, and we announce the class usually in the fall of every year. There'll be a media announcement here at the Hall of Fame. And then the class is usually, in a normal year, inducted in the spring of the following year. So that the next induction in person, we're hoping, will be in 2022.
Yes, in person, that would be great.
Yeah.
So it's going to be airing on Global,
Yep.
And is there MCs?
Yeah, so we've got two MCs for the event. Lynn Kanuka, one of our honored members and a great runner,
Yes.
Who's been on your show, of course. And Perry Silkowski will be the other MC.
Oh, wonderful. And so tell us what's new at the exhibit.
Well, we've got a bunch of things that are probably new to people that haven't been able to visit us for the past year and a little bit. We did a refresh on our Greg Moore Gallery in March of 2020, so that's still very new. There'll be a racing simulator that'll be installed, we're hoping in later this summer, so that'll be brand new.
Oh wow, racing simulator.
Yeah,
Cool.
Virtual racing simulator will be as if you're in the car, going 200 plus miles per hour. It'll be great. So there's that. We installed a sport fashion exhibit last summer, which is still new for a lot of people because a lot of haven't been able to see it. And that showcases all sorts of different fashion and weird and wild outfits that athletes have worn over the years in BC. We've got a dragon boat exhibit that opened earlier this year, which again, still quite new because we were closed for part of the spring. But being open now, we've all these new exhibits. The Dragon Boat exhibit in particular, I think people will enjoy because it's one of those Vancouver events like the Sun Run, like the Greek Festival that everybody looks forward to each year. It involves a lot of people. It's one of those kind of signature Vancouver events, but people don't know a lot about it. It has a lot of history. It goes back to Expo 86 in Vancouver, one of the largest dragon boat events outside of China in the world.
Wow.
So it's a big deal, and we've got everything on display from a full-size 40-foot dragon boat to medals and trophies and video of participants, and people will really enjoy that. If you're a fan of dragon boat racing, you're going to love it. If you don't know anything about dragon boat racing, you're going to learn something. So.
Yes, I mean, there's something for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
from field hockey to running to the Terry Fox as well. It's just a wonderful place. And if people want to, come down, should they book online?
Yeah, so we're still taking online bookings and keeping that 15-minute window for people just so that we can maintain physical distancing and maintain a safe experience for everybody. So available online at bcsportshall.com. And the other nice thing that's also happening in the building right now that we're partnering with is the Wings and Wizards experience. That's down in BC Place. A virtual experience where kind of like a Harry Potter-esque experience that kids love. And so if you're coming down for Wings and Wizards, come down and visit the Hall of Fame, or vice versa.
Wonderful. Thanks again, Jason, and we'll have you come back.
I'd love to. Always enjoy being on with you, Christine.
Thank you, Jason.